Hey, Product Hunt. My name's Paul. I'm one of the co-founders here at Abbott. I wanted to share with you a feature that we've been working on called Playbooks. We've been talking to a ton of customer success leaders over the last few months about what makes their teams especially effective. One topic that keeps coming up is this notion of having a playbook in place. Now, for customer success teams who like to automate things and who really care a lot about operational efficiency, playbooks are a way for them to write down what they want to do when a customer has a specific activity. Either they're being onboarded, if there's an unhappy customer, if there's a churn risk, anything from new trials all the way up through, unfortunately, the times when customers churn. One of the things that we've learned in having those conversations is a lot of that work is very robotic. It's the same task over and over and over again. So we've taken what we've learned from those teams and we've built an automated product into Abbott that allows you to encode that process in a very simple way so that you can take the robot work off of your team's plate and let them focus on being humans and work with customers and do all the things that they prefer to do. So let me give you a quick demo of what it looks like to build a playbook here, and I can share with you some of the other things that we're doing with playbooks today. Let's take a quick look. I've got a demo started here. Let's do something really simple. Abbott is integrated with GPT-4, so it can trigger these playbooks based on a number of factors and conditions. Anything from a schedule, it can respond to webhooks from external systems, but it can also respond to contextual conversations, things that happen when your customers are asking questions or if they're frustrated about something. Let's try that latter case. What happens if a customer is unhappy? So we can trigger a playbook based on negative sentiment. In our case, let's say we only care about when this happens from our enterprise and maybe our SMB customers. We'll say APAC maybe has a different use case or trials are being handled differently. All you need to know is that we support segmentation inside of Abbott and that you can filter these playbooks based on the segments that you want them to work in. So in this case, we'll say when we detect negative sentiment in one of these segments, what should we do? Well, first, let's notify our responders. We'll say the responders for the channel where we noticed the negative sentiment. Abbott allows you to assign customer success team members responsibility to specific channels. So we've got a bunch of overrides and things like that. It's a very configurable system. All you need to know for playbooks is that we'll take that information and pass it through. We can say something like, hey, unhappy customer, look out. And we've got an editor here, so we can do things like make it bold, etc. Probably more importantly is you need to know where the customer is and what they're unhappy about. So we make that really easy as well. Take a look in, and you can just see that we put a bunch of variables into these playbooks to allow you to build the process that makes the most sense for you. So in this case, let's say, where is the conversation happening? A customer said, and then whatever it was that they said that made them unhappy maybe, so we'll link to the message. This will, in Slack, will render the message out. All we need to do there is just hit save, and now this is in. I could just publish this, and immediately, as soon as Abbott saw these things, we would start getting these notices. Now, maybe we want to do a little bit more. Perhaps we want to do something like, let's wait a little bit and then we'll check in on those customers. So we've got a wait step built in here. In this case, we'll wait a day, and maybe we'll automate that check-in. Now, I'm sure if you're a high-touch customer success organization, you're worried about an automated check-in. Don't worry, you can choose to notify people, send these in. We've got a bunch of tooling around making this really friendly so that your customers don't get annoyed with you. By the way, Abbott is fully white labelable as well. So you could frame this as your own bot asking these questions. So let's go ahead and do a quick question. Back in that channel, we'll actually reply to the customer and we'll say, did we resolve your issue? And then we've got some pre-built polls put in already. We're really focused on customer success. So the pre-built ones that are in are around CSAT and NPS primarily, and then simple yes or no. So in this case, we'll just say yes or no, did we resolve it? And then we need to decide what we want to do depending on an answer. So we'll add this if step, and this basically will say, if something happens, what am I supposed to do? In this case, we care about an if based on our poll response. So if a customer answers the poll, yes or no, what do we want to do? So we'll say, well, if they say yes, we can be done. They don't need to do anything else. We're happy that it's finished. We can have Abbott send a message. We'll just say, that's great to hear. Let us know if you need anything else. and then maybe we'll just give them some sparkles, just to make it friendly. And then if it doesn't, of course we want to make sure somebody checks in. So we can go through and we can create this notify responder step. So the idea is that we make it really easy to encode these processes in a way that anybody can come back through and understand what's happening for your customers. Now, we have built a number of these for you right out of the box. These are based on the things that we know about customer success, both through doing it and from talking to so many people about what's important to them. So as if you were to start a trial of Abbott, you would get a bunch of these already built in. You could just jump in and do things like, edit a playbook and just do the things that you want it to do to make it work well for you, or you can always create your own. I hope you get a chance to check it out. We're really excited about this. As a bunch of automationists, we always think it's great when we can help take robot work out of the people's hands and into the robots' hands, and we hope you get a chance to try it out. Thanks so much.